The audio you will listen is created from NotebookLM.
And then to shake things up even more, we're going to bring in a compilation of classic YouTube commercials, the kind that like gets stuck in your head for years.
I love that. It's going to be really cool to see, how academic research interacts with real
Today we'll
world
see a
examples.
summarization tool that can be used for research and creating a podcast based on your research or a source document provided by Google. This AI models help us to query from the data or the source provided and provide us notes, briefing notes, and podcast. So we'll start with NotebookLM login. Here we can define create our notebooks like you can see within which we have created previously. Now we'll create new. We can define sources from PDF, plain text, links from YouTube or other websites, or Google Doc or Google Sheets. So we first define a PDF from our desktop with social media, advertisement, and marketing. So you can see the sources being imported. Now we can define, let's say, another source as a YouTube link. So we get the YouTube link, which we have selected. So now we have two sources. So both the sources are being currently selected, but from this option, we can select an unselect source. So we select this source number 1, which is the commercial. So we can ask, give us 5 points on marketing. So our system will query the source and give us only the answers available within the source. So we can see this one defines the reference to the source, and it will shows us what is the reference to the source. So we are getting the reference from the source. Data is not coming from any other source. You can see source guide, summary, and the main points. So these are the key points: product promotion, animal rescue, funny commercials, brand advertisements. So this is the source we have selected. We can ask the system to create notes for us. So we can create add to notes. So this will go and add it to the notes, but we can ask the source to have briefing documents or an audio overview created for us, so that our audio overview will be more likely like a podcast where two people will be having conversation. So now we can click both our sources. So now our result will depend on two sources. So now we ask again, what are the 5 points of marketing? So now our results will be from both the sources. So we can see first, see source number 1, it is from the book. It is background of study, everything, reference, social media marketing and study, awareness study. So we can see which point number 5 is coming from. Now we can go and check out other options. So we have options like a briefing document. So based on the sources, we can create a briefing document by the system. We have this note added. So these are all the notes that will refer everything to the source provided. As we wait for the conversation to be generated, it will take some time. Once it's generated, we'll look into and listen to the conversation that's being created. So now we have our conversation ready based on the sources. So we can now run the conversation and see how it goes.
Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. This time, we're going to be tackling Facebook advertising, but with a bit of a twist.
A twist.
Well, we've got this really interesting study on how Nigerian youths are perceiving those ads that are, constantly popping up in your feed.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then to shake things up.
Meanwhile, that is created, we can ask system frequently asked questions regarding the topics. So we can click it, and the system started generating answers based on the module. So our first answer is ready based on briefing document. So this is the briefing document being created on social media advertisements and top commercials. So first reference is social media advertisement book, and second is best commercials. So source 1, these are the tips: high awareness of attention challenge, positive attitude, recall issues, and keynotes. We have conclusion for both of them. So overall conclusion is there available. So we can save them for our research work. So if we expect to have a lot of research work, We can import all our research work and get our notes and briefing notes done. Now we come to the most interesting part within this is our deep conversation. So this deep conversation would be among two people. So here we can see two hosts in English, which will be having a normal conversation based on the sources we have defined. We can customize this, we can add, we can have a customize, try new things, specific source. We want to focus on commercials.
And then to shake things up even more, we're going to bring in a compilation of classic YouTube commercials, the kind that like gets stuck in your head for years.
I love that. It's going to be really cool to see, how academic research interacts with real world examples.
Right, total scroll mode.
Yeah, it's definitely been possible. I mean, remember that Nigerian study? They found that even though, these young people thought the ads were useful,
Right.
they didn't necessarily remember specific brands. So, like, what is it about these classic ads that makes them so memorable?
Okay, well, let's look at a couple examples.
Yeah.
So first up, we've got that Budweiser Wessup ad.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere, back in the day. Just like a bunch of buddies riffing on this really simple greeting, and it was like comedy gold.
It was.
I'm wondering, do you think that kind of humor would still work?
So that's amazing. So it's converging both the sources into one simple conversation between two humans. So once I asked it to specifically focus on the commercial YouTube video, so it's focusing on that part as well. We can export this, share this audio, and we can give public access, copy a link. We can download this video, commercial YouTube video. So the focus will be there. Now it's generating. As the system generates the video, we have to wait for some time, but meanwhile we can see that we can create timelines here and we can create notes. So within notes we can have uh, things we wanted to note, like best ads includes a hook, and that keeps. Download this video. Once it's downloaded, we can use it in a podcast format. We can use it for a reference format, and this eases the life of a researcher who have a lot of data to manage and use it for research work. A lot of data or books to consume. We can create briefing notes, study notes, FAQs, timelines, and even create a podcast out of it. So thank you very much. See you in the next video. Thank you.